For all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
This is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the vacant WBC Continental America's Light Heavyweight title. This bout is brought to you by DiBella's DiBella Entertainment. Sponsored by Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, Everlast, EAI Inc., and Diamante's Brooklyn Cigar Lounge. Judges ringside, Tony Paolillo, Julie Letterman, and Robert Perez. Your referee for this contest, Eddie Cotton. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the four corners of the world to the four corners of this ring, right here at the Roseland, the fight starts now. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white trunks. Official weight, 173 pounds. Professional record, 11 victories, 6 defeats, 1 draw. He has 6 wins coming by way of knockout. From Joliet, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, Romaro, the Saint Johnson. And his opponent across the ring to my left, fighting out of the red corner. He wears green. He tipped the scales at a ready and even 174 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 13 victories, 8 coming by way of knockout. From Long Beach, New York, Irish, Shawnee Monaghan.
My strategy is to apply pressure early and see if this guy will crack. I don't like to predict anything. I'm ready to go 12 rounds. It's a 10-round fight, and I'm ready to rumble all night long.
All right, boxers, you both received my instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Let's touch gloves.
Well, this crowd is ready. Johnny Monaghan, always a fan favorite on Broadway Boxing, now headlining the card as he takes on Romaro Johnson. This is round 1. We're going 10.
And Romaro Johnson came out aggressive, trying to establish that jab, which is a good thing to do against a puncher. You want to get your jab going.
Johnson, loser in his last 4. But let's put this in perspective from Monaghan's perspective. It's a big step up for him because it's a main event. And he's only been 8 rounds once, and tonight's fight is scheduled for 10.
And not only big in that aspect, you know, and obviously he's fighting for a belt, but, you know, really a win, and he catapults now into the top 30.
Indeed so, and he wants to be somewhere by the end of this year.
Now, you know what? Johnny Monaghan, his best punch is his left hook. I want to see if he can make this adjustment. If they can get in his corner and make the adjustment. Because what I see early on is Johnson is prone to get hit with a right hand, not a left hook. So let's see if that adjustment can be made.
And the other thing to look for in most of Shawnee Monaghan's fights, body punching. He's a very, very good body puncher, mostly with that left hook that Brian alluded to.
Pulls away. And Johnson with that left jab. There's a straight right hand, and he follows it up with a couple body shots.
Well, I guess Shawnee Monaghan's seen that the right hand is there because he's throwing the right hand more so than the left hook.
Here's another right hand by Monaghan.
Another right hand.
Johnson comes back, right uppercut. Body shot by Monaghan.
Monahan's a fun fighter to watch. I think you see already why.
Listen to the crowd.
And when Johnson jabs, that right hand have to stay up to the cheek chin area. He's dropping his right hand every time he jabs.
There's a big, thunderous right hook by Monaghan. Johnson comes back with a left hook of his own. Body shots by Monaghan. Digging to the body. Final seconds of round one. His corner told him, when you go to the body, don't forget to follow it up upstairs.
And it appears that Johnson is certainly trying to use the strength that he has to push Monaghan back. But Johnson is much older, more mature physically, I think.
Couple of right uppercuts by Johnson, misses. Oh, here's a right hand, hits Johnson on the jaw.
And Johnson can't take too many of those straight right hands. Nice left hook by Johnson.
Yes, they exchange punches. Uppercut. Monaghan comes back with a right hook. Thunderous right cross by Monaghan.
And we got a fight here, guys.
We got a great fight here at the Roseland Ballroom here in the heart of Midtown Manhattan.
Just by still being there, Romaro Johnson is giving Shawnee Monahan something he hasn't seen that often.
See, I'm not surprised, although Romaro Johnson got stopped in his last bout against Curtis Stevens, I didn't think Monahan would blow him away in this fight.
Johnson with a left hook.
Low blow by Romaro Johnson.
And in Romaro Johnson, we're talking about a fighter who's had 4 or 5 fights since a 7-year layoff.
Wow.
Yeah, he needed the rest.
Monaghan tags him with a left-right. Johnson comes back and then eats another left by Monaghan.
But you know what? Slowly but surely, that left hook is opening up for Shawnee Monahan.
Uppercut by Johnson. Body shot. Left hook.
Nice straight right hand on his side.
What a pace.
By Monahan.
Tremendous pace here.
Monaghan pouring it on. Final seconds of the round. Here comes Johnson now. I don't know if it was psychological or what, but Johnson stood the whole time in his corner. Did not want to sit down.
Maybe he was worried if he sat down he couldn't get back up. I've seen it happen to you and me. Keep in mind, though, as we see this tremendous pace in this fight, that Shawnee Monahan's been 8 once, never passed 8. Romaro Johnson's been 10, he's even been 12.
Yeah, Romaro Johnson, clearly he is the more experienced guy he actually fought for this very title that they're fighting for tonight back in 2010. And he was stopped in the last round by Alfonso Lopez. So he can go rounds.
Here comes the crowd again. Monaghan going to the body, then comes upstairs. Johnson with a left hook. Another body shot by Monaghan.
That jab is snapping back Johnson's head.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Snapping jab. Body shot by Monaghan. It appears Johnson's running a little bit out of steam here as
Now,
Monaghan goes to work.
Now this is where Johnson needs to get separation. Step on outside, stick out a jab. Buy yourself time.
Oh, that left hook to the body. If he's gonna knock Johnson out, I bet you it's with that
It'll be a
shot.
body shot.
When he lands it flush, it's brutal. And let's not forget, Johnson's 37 years old. This is not the kind of pace you want to fight at when you're 37. I'm not so sure it's the kind of pace you want to fight at if you're 27.
Another body shot by Monaghan, follows it up with a left hook.
He has target practice at this point. Jabs, left hook, body shots, target practice.
Now his Monaghan, he's throwing a lot of punches.
But he trains for this. The pace that is set by Joe Higgins, his chief second, is always brutal.
Look at the combinations by Monaghan, and Johnson's just taking them. And still coming forward. Here we go, round 4. Main event, Shawnee Monaghan in the green trunks taking on Romaro Johnson in the white. We're going 10, or scheduled for 10 here.
Yesterday at the weigh-in, Romaro Johnson told me he's writing a book. And it's an inspirational book, mostly for kids. And I'll tell you what, he's inspirational tonight in the punishment he's taken and the fact that he's still here.
I guess you lead by example. Don't give up, huh?
That's it.
What would the inspirational saying be? When the fight gets tough, keep fighting?
He's doing that.
Now it seems to be Johnson throwing the punches. Monaghan with a straight right.
Good matchmaking by Joe Chiambo. Monaghan needs rounds. Remember, he started boxing at age 26. Doesn't have that big amateur background. He's still learning on the job.
And so far, so good for Monaghan. Both guys miss.
And don't expect Shawnee Monaghan to slow down because he trains very hard. Very dedicated young man.
Looks to be a little cut over the right eye. Shawnee Monaghan, you see some blood developing. There's a body shot by Monaghan.
Certainly fewer meaningful punches this round by Monaghan compared to the first 3 rounds.
But the one thing about Shawnee, he hasn't gotten too crazy. He's been consistent with his attack.
There's that left hook. And a right left hook.
Nice move by Monaghan. Landing 2 shots and then sliding out of the way.
Yes. Brian Adams is big on using your angles, and he did that. Welcome back. Halfway point of our main event. Johnny Monaghan in the green trunks.
So far, he has been consistent with his attack. He's looked pretty good. He is an exciting fighter, as Steve alluded to in the open. And I think in this sport, when you're exciting inside the ring and you bring fans, put people in the seats outside the ring, your career looks promising.
I agree with that. Now, and also Monaghan right now showing a little bit of a different dimension because he knows now that he's not going to steamroll Johnson out of here real quick. It hasn't happened. So he's moving into a little bit of boxing mode, using that jab a little bit more. Smart.
How far away is he from fighting some of the top contenders?
He's a ways away.
Yeah.
Because he's beaten C-level guys so far.
Right, he's beating guys that stylistically is tailor-made for him, so.
Well, the war has resumed here. And keep in mind, when you sell as many tickets as Shawnee Monaghan, there's a tendency for the promoter to match you a certain way because he doesn't want to get you knocked off. That's common sense. That's good business sense.
It's business sense, right.
We saw it with Bracero on Broadway Boxing for a long time.
Here comes the crowd urging on Monaghan. Both guys in close. Monaghan pegging away at the face of Johnson. Oh, big shot, a left right.
Yeah, I think Johnson is almost done.
Here we go. Both men exchanging punches. Johnson off the ropes.
He's just fighting out of instinct. I think he's done. Shawnee may have punched himself out.
I can see why. Hey, is Monaghan not the puncher we thought he was, or does Johnson just have that good a chin?
I think Shawnee is not a power puncher as he's built out to be. He's a consistent hard puncher, but I don't think he's a power puncher.
Because he's landed dozens and dozens of bombs in this fight.
I mean, listen, Curtis Stevens is a pure puncher. Curtis put Johnson away the last fight. Monaghan is a hard puncher, but not a power puncher.
Oh, he kicks him with a right hand. He's got Johnson against the ropes.
Johnson's doing just enough to keep the referee out of the way.
He said he wanted to continue on. You can see the doctors talking to Romaro Johnson right now. And he told him, I can go on and I want to continue to fight. Johnson's corner said, we're going to have to see something out of you. And you can see he's come out a little more aggressive here.
Maybe Monaghan is letting Johnson work a little bit, tire himself out in the first minute of the round, and then take control from there.
He steady pecks away with that left jab.
You know, there's a lesson every fighter learns, and Brian can echo this. Even if you're the biggest puncher in the world, you learn there's some guys who just won't go. And so far, that's Johnson.
And you should not rely. The lesson is do not rely on punching power. And Shawnee Monahan, I don't think, has relied on that because he has kept his hands moving.
Oh, here's a left hook by Monaghan. Oh, a left hook by Monaghan.
Nice body work on the inside. See, this is what I mean about Shawnee Monahan. He finds a punch that works and he sticks with it. The uppercut on the rope was working, he kept throwing uppercut. Again, uppercut he saw is working, stick with it until the guy forces you to do something different.
And it seems like there's no safe place for Johnson. On the outside, he gets hit by jabs and hooks. On the inside, he's getting hit by body shots and uppercuts.
Listen, there's a safe place for him.
On his
And
couch.
he's sitting here next to us.
Or on his couch.
But
at
he
home
can't do
watching
that.
TV,
Yeah.
right?
And Johnson continues to go forward.
But he signed up to be in there, so.
He's earning his pay, I'll tell you that. I'm going to give him Brian's check as well. Is that all right?
Yeah, exactly.
Adam's not
Yeah,
custom.
exactly. I want to make sure you clarify
Yeah, I
that.
got it. I'm going to arrange that. He's earning it. Look at him. He's still coming forward, throwing
Still
shots.
coming forward. Welcome back. Main event, Shawnee Monahan taking on Romaro Johnson for the WBC Continental America Light Heavyweight Championship here.
But now, let it be known that, yes, Romaro Johnson is stylistically made for Shawnee Monahan. But on the flip side of that coin, Shawnee Monahan has done exactly what he should do to win this fight. So he should feel proud of this victory if he walks away with a victory tonight. I only say if because anything can happen.
And the last few rounds have been the familiar theme with Johnson starting the round, coming forward with his jab. But it doesn't end the round that way.
He in the round as a bobblehead, right?
Yeah.
Nice stiff jab.
Yeah, Monahan continuously using that left jab. Blood now coming from the nose of Shawnee Monahan. There's a right cross.
And physically, Johnson looks bigger than Shawnee Monahan.
Another straight right cross by Monahan. Here comes the crowd. Oh, a left hook.
He lands, gets out of the way. Good performance.
Every possible punch being thrown by Monahan, sometimes within the same combination.
Yeah, he gave him a jab, cross, uppercut, cut out.
And most exciting fighters has no defense. A lot of offense and no defense. Monahan has shown some defense in this fight.
Monahan's trainer, Joe Higgins, calling for that move. A little step to the right and a right hand to the ear is the way it was described.
The proud Marine, Joe Higgins, who has done a great job with Shawnee Monahan since day one. He's with him in amateurs. And they have a good rapport together.
I'm with you, Brian, because Monahan had only 15 amateur fights. It's not a lot. You turn pro at 26, you are a project. Monahan now 30 years old.
Left hook by Monahan.
And that's the importance of a good trainer, or the importance of a solid relationship between trainer and boxer, especially if he starts late. He trusts Joe Higgins, which is why he's able to excel right now.
Blood now coming out at a faster pace out of the nose of Monahan.
That's trainer Joseph Awinanga in the corner of Romaro Johnson.
I didn't quite understand the instructions. He said, if you want to win, you got to knock him out. He says, keep your hands up. Make up your mind. Keep my hands up or throw punches.
Just a couple more rounds left here in our main event.
And to Johnson's credit, he's moving forward.
Yes.
Listen, I know they announced Johnson as being the Saint, Romero the Saint Johnson, but they told us his nickname was the $6 million man.
Well, his legs must be bionic because he's up.
He's going to need some bionic fists if he's going to win this fight.
Nice double jab on Monaghan. And to Shawnee Monahan's credit, he has to know he's winning every round. But yet he has not started to try to coast and just get through the rounds. He's still trying to stay consistent.
And while Monaghan is outboxing Johnson here from a distance, I can't believe Johnson's still coming forward.
Yeah, and connects with a right uppercut.
Yeah, you would think if you have absorbed as much punishment as Johnson that as soon as your opponent get on a jab and stick, you use that time to rest also.
Johnson continues to eat this left jab, right cross by Monaghan. Uppercut, that one hurt Johnson.
That might be the most hurt Johnson's been so far. Let's see if Monaghan can follow.
Oh, another right cross by Monaghan. Johnson's hurt. It's become target practice now. Johnson in the ropes.
It's been target practice. Dr. Barry Jordan is running over to the corner.
The doctor's on the apron, Dr. King.
Dr. King is on the corner. Barry Jordan's in the red corner. Both doctors trying to stop the fight, I think.
Johnson's ready to go. Let's see if Monaghan can finish it.
Everybody wants this fight stopped.
The doctors are waving it off. They're waving it off. And that's it.
Right decision. Romaro Johnson's upset. I don't know why.
I can understand because he's competitive and he wasn't put on the floor. But that's a totally justified stop.
Appropriate stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eddie Cotton calls a halt to this contest at 2 minutes and 30 seconds of round number 8 on advice of the ringside physician. Your winner by TKO victory, still undefeated and new WBC Continental America's light heavyweight champion, Irish